about this moment in time that led you to, I'm going to make some songs, I'm going to put it out? You already had Understated. You were A&Ring for a label.
Yeah. There's so many reasons. I mean, I'd always dabbled in production. I mean, I was in a production duo, DJ duo with shout out to Michael Smith. Michael Smith, we were called
Oh, okay,
Sunset
cool. I
Groove.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, we were called Sunset Groove for a while, and we put out a couple EPs. We put on an EP on Pop Gang way early on in like 2013, and then we did a remix for Lubelski, and then we put out
Amazing. Oh my God, all the connections.
all the connections, and then we put out a self-release song with Lubelski when he was known as J-Co back in the day, called Summertime. It was like a deep house cover of Sublime doing time, because that was like the thing back then.
Yes.
Those days to do.
You don't have to explain it.
It's a really good song. I love that song. But anyways, so I was always, producing, but I'm more of a DJ. Like, that's kind of what I'm really good at and gravitated towards, and it's just, speaks to
And
who I
they
am.
are two different skills.
very
I've said this
much so
before.
are, yeah.
I'll say it again. It kind of kills me that we got into this place in the industry where it was like, if you're going to be a successful DJ, you have to also be a producer, because they're two different mindsets. It's like,
really two different mindsets.
you can be both, but
yeah, you can be, but they're just two different practice. Yeah, two different areas of the brain. And I get the similarities and the crossovers. But yeah, anyways, though. So yeah, long story short, I stopped more or less producing when Mike and I kind of split up as a duo to start Understated, and that kind of became our focus. So then that's when we started the label and the parties, and I kind of just put producing on the back burner. And just
you were producing other things, cultural endeavors.
Exactly. But I was like, I want to be a DJ. That's like I said, that's my calling. That's what I'm really good at. And it did work for a while. Like I got sound residency based off of just my pure DJing. So I got to play Coachella just purely based off my DJing. I got to play Splash House and Minimal Effort and a couple other festivals just purely based off of my DJing. But
he's good at DJing. Is what he's trying to say.
Pretty good at it. But no, it's like, but I'd always have people in there like, yeah, you need to produce, bro. You need to get to the next level. You need to start producing. You need to start producing. I would always fight it. And then eventually it did come to a point where I was like, look, I don't know what's going to happen when, we shut down, and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. It might be harder for DJs. It might be, I have some time. I might as well just just do it. I might as well just do it. So I actually deleted Ableton. I was like, I don't want to use Ableton. I want to use something different. I want to use FL Studio because I see that's what all the rap producers use. So I downloaded FL Studio. And I just watched a bunch of tutorials and took a Skillshare class on FL Studio. And,
fuck yeah!
And I'm still learning it, but obviously, but I can write some loops and make some quick arrangements, and then I usually have people help me flesh them out. But yeah, so basically that was the jump into it. But I'm really glad I did it, because I did have a lot of ideas in my head just based on what I think production should be. Because I think what ended up happening is a lot of producers, when you have a DJ that jumps into production, I think, a pure DJ, that means they're usually playing multiple genres or they're multi-genre, and so it's you have a lot of different ideas and a lot of different influence that can cross over. And I think it brings a different freshness to it, So it's I think a lot of producers, they get caught up in, I think a lot of staleness can happen because it's they have a formula of making their music, which works for them, and that makes sense, it's a way to pump out music quickly and get your art heard, quickly.
Well, and I think there also becomes a really easy trap to fall into where if you find success with some certain sound, and then you start kind of second guessing and you're like, oh, is this what everyone wants to hear? Or I need to keep it going, so I'm going to make this thing or whatever. Yeah. And, and everything with these little pockets and scenes almost become self-reinforcing. I don't know, dubstep people are in their weird dubstep world, and tech house people are in their tech house world.
Exactly. No, seriously, it's true. And that's honestly kind of been a challenge for me, is figuring out where I fit in. And because I can play most genres, and I try to squeeze as many genres in as much of my frustration sometimes as I can, just because I don't know any other way to do it, So I play a lot of shows that I don't think I necessarily should be billed on, or that, but at the same time, it's I can do it, and I will do it. But I definitely do have an idea of where I think the events I should be playing, and the shows I should be playing, and the style of, I should be placed with. And I think that is more with the left field multi-genre kind of DJs. that can kind of take you here and take you there and take you here, you know, like, because but yeah, it's been an interesting journey for sure. I definitely am enjoying it, and like I said, I'm working on some like I've like picked a different style to work on for each of my for each like project I've worked on. So like my EP, I did a tech house song, and then I did like a minimal song, like a weird left field tech house song, and then I did Colors, which is like a breaks, deep house, acid. I don't even know. That was, and then
yeah, it's all over the place. That one makes me think of almost like the little Mr. Wazo hints are coming out. I mean, it's got that sample, which I know Mr. Wazo has used too, but it has a glitchy vibe to it. I know. I never know. It's hard to like. Where am I pointing? It's all backwards.
Yeah. But then and then Keep You Close is Garage. Well, but I'm rapping over that too. Like
I was gonna say I love the vocal processor that you put on it. It's like this weird deep, and I love the lyrics are so good. It's just this shit is hella lame. It's just so fun. And that's you on all of them, right? Because on Colors, there's also some vocal rapping.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's really cool. Well. Are you gonna keep that vocal? Sound is that going to be like your signature? Yeah.
Yeah, not on everything. And also, I don't know. I need to figure out how to use my voice more. I only pitch my voice down because I haven't figured out like my rapping voice yet. So I just down because that just sounds cool, and that's like what they used to do on the old Chicago song. So let me just stay on the tradition of that.
Yeah.
But eventually, I think I will start using more of my voice. I just need to get better at like my rapping voice.
You just have to get used to it too.
Gotta get used to it. Gotta get gotta get used to it. Exactly. But
hearing your voice is a different thing from
you hear back, you're like, oh.
I know. How does it feel having the EP out? How did it were you nervous right before it came out? Or are you just really excited?
Nervous, but I was excited. I was nervous, but I was excited. I was excited. I was relieved. I was happy. I was very proud of myself for one that I was able to do that, pull that together. It's a big accomplishment for me.
It is. It's not easy.
It's not easy. It was not easy at all, especially because I started making it while we were still technically locked down. So trying to figure out, like people's schedules and, it's the safest way to meet, the best way to meet. It was, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot, but it felt good when it came out. I just was like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's the world's now, and they're just gonna whatever happens.
Are you DJing?
But the reception was great, and I was really proud of the work that I did on it and like the creativity of it. And I definitely thought I did something different. I love going back and listening to it. Like I won't listen to it for like a month, and then I'll go back and listen to it. Like, okay, yeah, this is cool. But actually, I was questioning Keep You Close for recently. Like I started like, oh, maybe I overdid myself with that song. Maybe like I did a little too much, or I did like, I tried a little too hard to be like conceptual, or and I should have just made it more dance oriented for my first song. Like Jamie was right.
I mean Jamie's not wrong, but you're right. I like it. I like it the way it is.
But
no, we'd never say that Jamie was wrong. That's not a thing we're allowed to say, I don't think.
No, Jamie's definitely not wrong. Jamie's absolutely not wrong. She was absolutely right. She was right. She was right then when she told me. I just was like, I gotta do this for myself.
No. I think it's great. You did you did the right thing.
But no, I actually just got added to a Frequency on Spotify, the Frequency playlist. So
that's awesome. Although shout out Evil Drones, but we love when our friends win. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You just can't.
Shout out to Ronnie.
It's too late to decouple. We're on Spotify. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're on it. We're in it. It's too late to turn back. It's just one of those things. But yeah, no. So that happened last night. That was incredible.
That's awesome.
That felt so validating beyond belief. I really couldn't believe it.
Joey says that Frequency has some of the hottest Newfoundland wave tracks. So
it really does. It really does, honestly. Like it really, really does. But it's like Kate Renata's on there and Tisha's on there.
Oh my god! All amazing.
All of the people I love right now. So much. Bambi's on there. Pink Pantherist. Like
wow. Sick.
Like this is where I want to be. Like this is the world I want to be, and this is like the place that I want to be as an artist. This is where I want to be seen. Like, and I felt very seen about it for the first time.
That's awesome, as you should. And that is where I think the power in like saying, okay, fine, like I'm gonna make some tracks is because being an amazing selector is such a great skill and talent.
Yeah.
But just saying, because some people, it's like, I don't know, there's identity in picking a group of songs to play and how you mix them together, right? But it's different from saying, this is my actual voice. It's like when I write a story about an artist, you know, I write up an interview or something, I write up someone's song, I'm explaining them, but if I were to write a fictional story or a personal essay, and that's different, it seems different, it sounds different to people, because it's like, I'm saying this.
No, exactly. That's the truth. So yeah, that just, it was really validating, because like I said, I feel like I get misplaced in the LA scene a lot, and I really feel like I don't have a place, but I know where I want myself to be seen and where I want myself to be placed and how I want people to see me. And it's like getting that placement, I was like, that's where I'm going to start with this. You know, that's where I'm going to keep that momentum going.